Hey guys! So tomorrow is the Super Bowl. Whether you're watching for Bad Bunny or just to be part of something that everyone's watching, I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about some sport films that I consider pretty good. So the first film I'm going to talk about is Moneyball. Moneyball came out in 2011. It flips the sports movie formula by focusing less on the players and more on the numbers behind the game. It follows Oakland A's general manager Billy Beane as he challenges old-school baseball thinking by building a competitive team through analytics instead of star power. It's quick, smart, and oddly emotional. A sport movie about innovation, failure, and learning when to let go of tradition. My next film is one of my favorite films of all time, and you can debate if you consider it a sports film or more of a love triangle, but Challengers. Challengers came out in 2024. The film centers on a messy love triangle between three competitive players, when the real match isn't on the court, but in their past relationships and personal ambitions. It's stylish, intense, and very much about ego, desire, and power, using sport as a pressure cooker for everything boiling underneath. One of my favorite movies of all time, and the usage of tennis to explain the story I find very fascinating, so I would definitely check that movie out. Up next, I have another one of my favorite movies. It's not the best movie in the world, but I still have a special place for it in my heart, and that is Chasing Mavericks. Chasing Mavericks came out in 2012. It follows a young surfer called Jay Minority as he trains to ride one of the biggest and most dangerous waves in the world. It's a coming-of-age sport movie that balances breathtaking ocean shots with themes of mentorship, fear, and pushing past your limits. It's less about fame and more about proving something to yourself. I have always loved surfing, so this movie is really fun to watch if you enjoy surfing, and it's a really cool story. Up next, we have I, Tonya. I, Tonya came out in 2017. This is a sports movie told like a dark comedy biopic, and it completely rewrites how we think about athletes and media narratives. I, Tonya explores the rise and downfall of figure skater Tonya Harding, showing her talent, class, abuse, and public perception collide. It's fast, chaotic, and uncomfortable, and that's what makes it unforgettable. Margot Robbie plays Tonya Harding, and she does an incredible job. Pretty sure she was nominated for an Oscar, and it is a really great film. Next up, I didn't want to do Rocky because I felt like that was such an obvious choice, so instead I picked Creed. Creed came out in 2015. It reinvents the Rocky franchise by shifting the focus to Creed, a fighter trying to step out of his father's shadow. It's about legacy, self-worth, choosing your own identity. The boxing scenes are powerful, but the emotion is the core, especially the mentorship between Creed and Rocky. Next, I have a newer movie that came out, I'm pretty sure last year, and it's a horror film called Him. Him blends sport with horror, turning the world of competitive athletes into something unsettling and psychological. This film explores the pressures placed on young athletes and how obsession with performance can spiral into something dangerous. It's a unique take on sports cinema, showing how the drive to be the best can completely consume someone. This film was pretty good. It definitely gets a little crazy and a little out there, but I definitely liked its commentary on physical and emotional trauma sports can have on players, especially in football. Up next, I have a classic, $1 Million Baby. This film starts like a traditional boxing underdog story and then takes a devastating turn. $1 Million Baby is about ambition, mentorship, and the brutal reality of the sport. It's quiet, heartbreaking, and deeply human, questioning the idea of victory and what it really means to fight for something. Up next, I have another kind of childhood favorite of mine. It is Lords of Dogtown. Lords of Dogtown came out in 2005. Set in the 1970s California, Lords of Dogtown captures the rise of skateboarding culture and the group of teens who helped turn it into a global phenomenon. It's gritty, sun-bleached, and raw, focusing on friendship, creativity, and what happens when underground culture gets commercialized. My last sports film I have is A League of Their Own. It came out in 1992. This classic celebrates women athletes during World War II, when an all-female baseball league was formed to keep the sport alive, reminding audiences that women have always belonged in sport history. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these films, and I hope you enjoy watching the Super Bowl. Bye!